Other Hollywood folk got their start working with Roger Corman. He's known as the king of the B-movies, and his fast-working, low-budget style have made him one of the film world's most successful independents.
What I was trying to make were good films that would be interesting to the audience, that would be satisfying for me to make, in some cases that might have a little meaning or theme that was important to me, and that would be commercially successful. It's tough to combine all of those in some films. Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. But by and large, I'm reasonably satisfied with what I did. Okay, the top shelf are...
Top two shelves.
Top two shelves are scripts that we have recently shot over the last couple of years. And Rob, since this is your office, what are these?
These are all ones that have come in from agents and writers. These are ones that are awaiting their first read. They're read twice.
I wouldn't say there's any one essential ingredient to the pictures I've made, but there are a number of them. First, I want a sense of excitement.
Strange horror strikes first at the plane that brought them. And then earth-shattering tremors begin tearing the island to shreds.
After that, I want a coherent and interesting script. We've paid as low recently as probably $10,000 and as much as $100,000. The average would be probably about $20,000. We hit $100,000 only once. If you have a reasonable director and decent actors, you can at least make an adequate picture from those ingredients that in general will do well.
But then it starts to grow on you. Rattlesnake and prairie dog, some damn good eating.
Well, Roger is the best film school in the world because he trusts you to take the camera and go make movies. And he really, once he gives you the lecture on how to direct, Roger lets you go out there and make your own mistakes and do everything you want to do.
Pull this out over here.
Right. He's got the perfect formula, basically. He's got this studio where he can crank out 12 films in a year and make money.
He's got the raw talent to do it, raw and eager talent to do it with.
Yeah, basically, if, there's interns. In the last show I worked on, we had 4 interns. There's 4 people working 16 hours a day for no money because next show they were hoping to get hired in.
Can I therefore assume that the film is actually going pretty well?
It's actually going very well, yes.
I like to work with young filmmakers. They have an energy and an enthusiasm that as I get older and older, it's a little tough to maintain that level of energy and enthusiasm. What I do have, however, is experience and a company around me to fund the film. So I find that it works very well to work with the young filmmakers. I can teach them something, and in some areas they can teach me something as well.
As a UCLA film student who got to become Roger Corman's assistant, that's a great part of my career, and I, owe a great debt to Roger, who taught me so much and let me direct my first film.
Now what do I do? I gotta get rid of him.
We've given a start to a lot of actors who've gone on to do well. Probably the first and one of the most famous was Jack Nicholson. Then let me see, Jack, Charlie Bronson, Bobby De Niro, Sylvester Stallone.
I've never met him. In fact, I've heard about him for years, but I don't know if there's really a guy by the name of Roger Corman. He could be an extraterrestrial guy, as far as I know. I mean, he's been doing motorcycle movies for years, and I did bike films years ago. And I expect to see this myth, like this, something from Disneyland come out and, God, you really do exist, He could be hanging out with Walt Disney, I don't know. But he seems like a pretty nice guy, and he does all right in his films. It's nice doing a job for him.
The Earth was not made for us. She was made for the dinosaurs.
We make some very wild films, and we sometimes joke about them, but the actual making of the films is very serious and very intent. And I firmly believe that no matter how wild or zany the picture is, if it is made better than somebody else's wild and crazy picture,